All right, ladies and gents, welcome to today's video. My name is Taylor Bencher. We're going to go through an agency contract, otherwise known as a partnership agreement is what we like to call it, inside Better AMS. And we run an Amazon advertising agency, otherwise known as a PPC, pay-per-click advertising agency. But this contract is something that you could use in your agency with any client. And so I want to share this template with you. The software, first of all, that we're using to where we found this template is called PandaDoc.com. It's a fantastic software. I would recommend it to pretty much anyone. It seems to do the job. You don't need this when you start out. If you want to be, more cognizant of your expenses and you want to spend less, well, then just maybe download PandaDoc, get the template, and then use it for the future. You don't necessarily need to keep paying for this if you don't want all the crazy features that comes with it. But let's get straight into this partnership agreement. So first of all, the first page, pretty simple, prepared for, created by. Then we have the actual agreement in itself. Who is it between? So this partnership agreement is entered into the date, by, and between. That's our company. And then the address, which I removed. And then we have the client's company and the client address. Pretty straightforward. Then we get into some basic legal stuff here. Assignment of right, territory. Territory is really just something that we added in. The agent shall be authorized to manage the Amazon advertising for all products sold in X territory. So sometimes we'll manage the advertising for certain clients in USA or in Canada or UK, and so we specify that here. You may not need some of this stuff. That's okay. You can, of course, change this document. Exclusivity, this is something very simple. We're the exclusive party authorized to manage their Amazon advertising. If you're a web developer and you want to be developing this website, maybe you want to throw something in like this so that you don't have other third parties editing the site or designing it or tweaking it. Not that would ever happen. It's very rare, but it's in here, and it's actually part of the template, I believe. Trademark rights, that's pretty straightforward. Agent responsibility. So this is where it gets into your scope of work that you're going to be providing for the actual client that you're going to be working for. And we've listed ours there. And of course, the magic question, compensation. This particular template is a ad rev plus retainer model where we're doing a basic retainer, monthly retainer, and then also a percentage of Amazon advertising revenue that we generate. This may not be relevant to you, but the point is that you can tweak this compensation column or section to have whatever you want. And these little values, this is so that you can quickly, type it and then just put in 2,000 and then just click enter. Of course, you'd want to add a money sign or something, but if the retainer is $2,500 per month, great, I would add that in, and voila. And then if this is 4%, great, add that in, done. This actually integrates with an API and allows us to automatically fill out this information based on a survey that we'll submit, and it automatically generates the contract, which is nice. So that's why we use PandaDoc, is because it's got a lot of automation capabilities. It's nice, it's easy for the person to sign because it's an e-signature, which is why I highly recommend you use something like this, because if you're trying to get a contract signed, it's a pain in the ass for a client to print something out, sign it, and then scan it, and then email it. It's just a lot of friction that sucks. So paying the $50 or $80 a month it is for a software like this, some of them I think are even $10-$20 is worth it. Confidentiality, pretty straightforward. Term and termination. So all of our contracts basically have a start date, and they don't necessarily have any specific end dates. That's because we're planning to work with this client forever, but they have the rights to essentially cancel this contract within 30 days. They just have to give us a 30-day notice, and then the contract can be canceled at any time. It's not a binding contract. It's just the only thing that's binding is that they give us a 30-day heads up, and ultimately that's not even really binding. We're happy to cancel if they're really unhappy with the services. We can cancel immediately. That's not really a big deal. We're not trying to extract as much revenue as possible from every client. It's not the goal. Indemnification, pretty straightforward. No modification unless in writing. Applicable law. So there's a lot of legal jargon in here, which I'm not going to try to explain. The most important things that are really relevant is compensation, agent responsibilities. This is how much you're getting paid, how much, what your scope of work is, and then of course you have some other maybe things that are a little bit important as well, which is just territorial things that may not be relevant to you. But that's the contract in a nutshell. It's total 6 pages. It can be read in about 5 to 6 minutes, and It's really easy, and it's just we send it over an email. There's a link. They click the link. There's also a bunch of really cool analytics that PandaDoc gives you. None of it's really super useful by any means, but it's good to know if someone actually viewed the contract or not, how many times they viewed it. They tell you how long they spent on each page, and some cool analytics. Not that it's really needed by any means. So, ladies and gents, that is it in a nutshell. PandaDoc's the software used. That's the template that we've been using for a couple of years now. In the beginning, we used, I think it was legalcontracts.ca. Originally, I was from Canada. And so I just downloaded, I think it was like $10. I bought a contract, and that's the one that I used for the first few years of running the agency. And then we switched to PandaDoc pretty, not too long ago, 2 years ago maybe. So if you have any questions, by all means, put it in the comment section below. I'm more than happy to respond to you and try to get you an answer back. Hopefully this was insightful. The only thing I ask of you is to hit the subscribe button and leave me a like maybe on the video as well. That'd be really helpful. Just hit every button that helps the algorithm, like the share button, the like button, the comments, and the subscribe. All that stuff is really beautiful. So much love, ladies and gents. Thank you for watching this. This was a quick and easy video that a lot of you requested, and I hope you enjoyed it. Ciao.